What's going on, gentlemen? What's going on? Welcome to Puck Nation Podcast episode Sidney Crosby, right? Episode number 87. Yeah, and Mike, what's going on, guys? You good?
How's it going, man?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm back. Mike, you stayed in Ottawa.
Yeah, I saw you. I came to your gig out here, though.
Yeah, you came to the show and then you stayed there. I came home. I was missing Yanni.
Yeah,
I'll be back on Thursday. So
that's cool. That's cool. Yanni, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Honestly, we're 1 week away from hockey.
Yeah, man. 7 days and that's it. And we do this, right?
But I'll tell you one thing: football has been entertaining. The last few weeks has been some good football.
Yeah, so. Unless you're Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, poor guy.
Did you see where that fucking knee went?
Yeah,
they're still looking for it.
He was asking for a trade too. Huh?
Well,
for next season, bro.
You're not going nowhere now.
Sorry, buddy. You're staying in Miami.
Dude, listen.
He's got Kirby Duck syndrome.
Dude, listen.
I think that was worse than Kirby.
I had that exact injury. Mike, you remember? It ain't fun.
Yeah.
When your body's there and your knee's there, you know.
Yeah.
Man, it took me years of rehab. Obviously, I don't have the same, facilities and whatever that he does, but God bless him. I hope he recovers from that because that was fucking. And he was on that car taking him off the field. I know we're talking football, but whatever. And he was smiling. He was like, "Hey, man, everything's good. God bless you, man." Because I know I was out. I was out, man. And my friend Danny's like, "Hey, wake up, buddy. Wake up. Wake up." And then you see your leg like all tied up in knots. I'm like, "Oh shit, this is bad,"
We didn't touch on it too much, but Barkov.
We're going to get to it in the show because that happened last week. Exactly. But before we do, I just want to say thank you to my friends over at Red One for making all this happen. Guys, all your musical needs and all your podcast needs and all your DJ needs, you have a party, especially now. Halloween is coming up. And then after that, Christmas, obviously, go see them at 2069 Chartier in Dorval. Or you can give them a shot at 514-225-2226. They will fix you up with all your stuff. You need speakers, you need lights, you need the whole backdrop, you need whatever. They fix you up with everything. Go see my friend Sergio. Go see Tommy. Go see James. They will hook you up. You tell them Puck Nation sent you, and they will hook you up. Guaranteed. Guys, a lot of sorry?
Where to start?
Well, there's a lot of shit that happened, and we're going to kick off with the elephant in the room like we always do. Dude, Kaprizov.
Cha-ching, cha-ching,
okay.
Cha-ching.
Look, man.
I'm happy for the kid, bro.
I don't even know where to start with this, Mike, okay?
Yeah, me neither.
$17 million a year for 8 years, okay? Now, you being an Edmonton fan, what the fuck did he just do, Mike?
Yeah, well, first of all, he just priced.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's take it. Let's take it in steps, okay?
Yeah.
If you guys are Bill Guerin and the Minnesota owners, the Minnesota Wild owners, do you do this move? Do you give him this kind of money? I mean, the kid turned down 16, but now he accepted $1 million more. Do you do this? I know my answer.
From a principle,
not a fucking chance in hell.
From a principle standpoint, no. But from a business standpoint, I can
see
hockey. Yeah,
hockey.
But from a business standpoint, I can see why they did it. But
okay, so
I think well, because he's their franchise. Yeah. Like so without, if they let him go, like they're dead in the water. They got nothing. Their team's gonna be there'll be.
I'll tell you something.
I agree.
This guy getting $17 million, they're still gonna be nothing. What else? Mind you, they still have like $20 million in the bank.
The difference is they still have Kaprizov. Because if he wasn't going to get that money, he was out of there. He didn't want to be.
He sells tickets. He sells tickets. Bottom line, sells tickets.
He sells tickets. So, Mike, okay, I guess I don't know. Maybe I don't know. They should have stayed in school. Bill Guerin should have stayed in school because didn't they just get out of that fucking debacle with Ryan Suter and Zach Parise when they signed them for like 100 fucking years and whatever? They just like got out of it last year or the year before, whatever the hell it was, right? So what do? You free up all this money and then you go put yourself back in this shit, dude. $17 million. Is he better than Connor McDavid?
Well, that's what.
Is he better than Draisaitl? Is he better than Jack Eichel?
That's where I was going to go.
Is he better than McKinnon? Is he better than McCarr?
Because first of all,
is he better than fucking Nick Suzuki?
First of all,
really?
Well, maybe, but the double prong problem. First of all, it makes Connor McDavid a $20 million player, right? So like that's really
what we were just talking about.
Yeah. So that's that. So right away that. You just made Connor McDavid a $20 million player.
If I'm Connor McDavid, I'm talking to Stan Bowman. I'm saying, dude, the conversation doesn't start with a fucking. If it doesn't start with a 2, Don't talk to me. Go back to Tim Hortons. Get the fuck out of my face. It's not happening.
And don't try to tell me that you're $3 million better than Leon Draisaitl.
No. So what are they going to do? So now the Edmonton Oilers are going to offer him. They're going to say, Connor, you're going to get 17.5. Oh, really? Is that so? I'm only $500,000 better than this fucking clown.
No, he won't.
And no disrespect. I know I just said clown, but no disrespect to Kaprizov. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, he's a winger. He's not even a centerman, right? So now, Mike, what's Eichel going to ask for?
Yeah.
There's no tax out there, right, in Vegas, right? There's no tax out there.
Yeah.
Right?
But that's the thing, right? It sets a
and
bad
you do
precedent.
Get a beating in Minnesota, right? Minnesota takes a beating in tax also.
It sets a bad precedent, right? But
of course.
Obviously what happened is his agent took the temperature of the league and knew what he could get. And so he went to the team and said, well,
the cap is going up in the next 3 years.
He said either you give it to us or someone else will.
Okay, so now explain something to me. No, wait. You know what? I told this to Yanni off air. There is not another team in the league that would have given him that money. I'm sorry.
Sure there is.
Who would have given him $17 million to Kirill Kaprizov? Who?
A team that needs to sell tickets.
Who?
Utah. We'll do it in a heartbeat.
So people in Utah are going to go see Kirill Kaprizov.
People in Utah.
People in Utah don't have a fucking clue who Utah is.
Dude, there's no any GM that has an opportunity at a quote unquote franchise player will pay the money. Look what New York did with Panarin.
All right.
Remember? But this reminds me so much of the Panarin thing.
Well, yeah,
this is very, very similar.
Very similar.
Panarin was very overpaid to go to New York, and he even called his shots. He was like, "I want to."
Yeah, because of his girlfriend at the time. Yeah, she was doing school or whatever. Yeah.
He kind of set the groundwork to make this okay.
Yes. And you know why? You know why it's so alike? Because they have the same agent.
Well, there you go.
And you know who else has the same agent? Another very overpaid guy.
Who?
Bobrovsky. Okay.
You know what, guys? I totally disagree.
Wow.
I totally disagree. I don't think there's another team in the National Hockey League giving this guy $17 million. I'll tell you something.
You're gonna tell me the Columbus Blue Jackets wouldn't?
No fucking way. No way.
Calgary Flames.
Mike.
Calgary Flames.
No way.
Vancouver Canucks.
No, Mike. They would $17 million to a guy. How do you go to your owner? Say, hi, Mr. Owner. I'm gonna give this guy more money than Connor McDavid. I'm gonna make him, in essence, the highest paid player in the league, which is what he is.
I'll tell you how. He pretty much put them in the situation of the Patrick Kane / Panarin situation. He made them think that, well, I don't want to be here no more.
He doesn't want it. He wanted out. Yeah,
that's exactly it. All right. So you're going to end up losing me for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. So the way they look at it is like, okay, we're going to get hit with the salary cap now, but at least we have him. You know, you could trade him after, hold a little bit of salary. It won't kill you. Okay.
So you're telling me the other 31 GMs in the league are not saying, what the fuck have you done, Mr. Bill Guerin?
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
What's Stan Bowman saying?
Edmonton must be fucking losing their mind right now.
But we can't sit here and think that Kaprizov's agent didn't make some calls. So if he made some calls and he said, if my guy goes to market, will you pay? You think if they would have all told him no, he has no leverage in those negotiations.
Well, Mike, I disagree.
From the rumors I had heard, Chicago and New York.
That's where he wants to go.
Very doable.
Okay, so Chicago is going to give this guy $17 million?
I could totally see Chicago doing it to make him play with Bedard 100%.
Giving him $17 million.
Yeah. What a way to rebuild the dead team. You kidding me? They would do it in a heartbeat.
Sell jerseys.
They do it in a heartbeat. That would be a way.
I disagree, man.
I'm not saying, but you see, when I say that a GM would do it, I don't mean that I think he's worth it. I mean that
No, I understand that.
But a GM would do it.
Dude, Marc Bergevin was in the Montreal Canadiens GM box for how many years? And all he had was Carey Price.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was surrounding him with trash.
With bananas. Yeah, I know.
Okay. And he had a job for how many years?
I don't know, man. I don't know how you go to. I don't know how you go to your owner and justify this. And if I'm the other GMs, I'm like, I'm pissed. If I'm fucking Stan Bowman, if I'm what's his name in Vegas, forget. If I'm Adams in Buffalo, because so correct me. Okay, so now if I'm a guy like, let's say, Alex Tuck, right, 30 some odd goals. So what? Now you just made Alex Tuck a $10 million player?
pretty much.
It's
right?
getting there. It's getting there.
Well, no. There's nothing about getting there. It's gotten there, Mike.
Yeah.
So now, if the Montreal again, Jesus Christ, this fucking Kent Hughes guy looks like a
Champ.
genius, dude.
Even the Gallagher contract, which was not
Well,
his
but that's not
contract,
even him. That's not it. What I'm saying
still
is,
looks good.
you have Nick Suzuki here. You have what's his name, Cole Caulfield here at 8 point whatever the hell it is. Okay,
7.8.
It's 7.8 or 8 million, or whatever it is.
7.8.
Okay. So this, what's his name? Suzuki got 8 or 9 points less than Mitch Marner last year.
Mhm.
Correct? He got 92 points.
92 points. Yeah.
90. So
Yeah.
8 points less.
and he's signed at 7.87.
7.87. The other guy's making fucking 14, whatever the hell it is.
More than double.
Are you shitting me? I'm telling you. So guys like Alex talk
So
now.
with
What's
that
Kyle
money-
Connor gonna ask
Hold
for?
on, with Kaprizov money, you get Suzuki and Caulfield.
Yeah,
and
that's
you
my
still
point.
have money, and you still have money left
and
over.
you still have left over. Mike,
Doesn't make
what's Kyle
sense.
Connor gonna ask for? What's Jack Eichel gonna ask for? If I'm Jack Eichel right now, because in Vegas there's no tax, right? They don't pay that. They got to do something about. That's another show. They have to do something about that because it's not fair. It's not fair. You can't compete.
Yeah, but
'Cause now-
it's a government thing, though, right?
Yeah, no, but
Yeah.
the league's got to do that because maybe, just maybe, there's an extra $5 million in Kaprizov's contract to make him stay there. You know what I mean? Like the Canadiens always do here, right? The Canadiens, well, whatever. The Rangers offered whatever so and so $2 million. The Canadiens have to offer fucking 13
But
because we get
hang on.
flipped
Yeah,
here in this
but
province. You know
but
what I mean?
that I agree with you on that, and that, we all know about the taxes here, obviously.
Of course.
But
Are you kidding me?
but then again, based on those taxes, explain Suzuki and Caulfield to me. Like, explain that.
Because they want, I guess
they
they wanted
wanna
to
be
stay
here.
here. They wanted to
wanna
be
be
here,
here.
Mike. I'm just saying, there's got to be GM. Like, we're gonna get to Connor McDavid because I'm telling you right now, if I'm whatever his name is, I forget his agent's name right now. If I'm him, I'm talking to Stan Bowman. I said, listen, Mr. Bowman, the conversation doesn't even begin
I agree with
without a 2. It doesn't even begin because don't tell me you're going to come here and offer me 17.5, 18 million. It's not happening. If I'm signing an $18 million contract, I'm signing for 2 years. You're going to give me 35 mil, whatever the hell it is, 36 mil for 2 years.
The only way
Do you
I
do
see,
that?
The only way I see Connor staying in Edmonton anymore is if it's a short-term deal.
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
So would you give him 35 million for 2 years?
Yeah, I don't think it'll be 2. I think it'll be 3.
That's not enough.
No, 3
35.
years.
So that's 10 million a year. No way.
No,
No
not
way.
35. No, I'm saying that I could see him giving an 18 for 3.
Oh, I see. Okay. I thought you meant because I asked 35 for 2 years, whatever. Okay, yeah.
I could see a 3.18. I could see that.
Mhm.
I could see that.
I don't know, man. If I would be fucking freaking out if I'm Cheval Day off in Winnipeg. I'm like, Jesus Christ, what do I have to pay Kyle Connor now?
Well, you know what? We were talking about Kent Hughes before, right?
Yeah,
We're not giving enough love to the Anaheim GM.
Pat Verbeek. Why?
I'm looking at his roster right now.
He just signed
and
what's
what
his
he
face?
signed
Yeah.
his players for. Everybody's at 7 million.
Yeah, but they're all garbage.
What do you mean?
They're a rotten team. They're rotten.
No, man.
No, they're up and coming. They have a lot of
Dude,
prospects.
they got rid of
They're not
Zegras and they got rid of the Drysdale,
They got
right?
rid of
That's fine.
two pro- they
It
got rid of
wasn't
two
working.
problems.
Two of your biggest chips.
There
It
were
wasn't
problems.
working,
So,
Yeah,
But-
I guess there were problems.
but I
yeah.
mean, look, they're Anaheim's a long way. Like they're
Yeah,
years
they're not
away.
even.
It's a long-term plan.
But
Mm.
they're trying to do like a Kent Hughes strategy over there. They're
Yes.
trying, but they're Kent Hughes a couple years ahead of them, right? And
Bill
so,
Guerin did not pull a Kent Hughes nothing. Bill
No.
Guerin, to me, you just got fucking hosed, buddy.
He
You
did.
just gave a guy a winger no less. Not to say that there are any shitty, Lafleur was a fucking winger. You know what I mean? Like, eight. I don't know, man. I'm in my head. I'm like, what about all these other guys?
Well, look,
What I mean, I don't know if this for sure, but Kyle Connor must be fucking breakdancing all the way to the bank tonight. Like, woohoo! You know
Kyle
what I mean?
Connor was making 7 million.
Okay,
yeah, so
Now
he's going to get a
make, like,
raise.
30.
he's gonna get 13 million now.
Yeah, doesn't even make sense.
It makes no sense. That's what I just said. A guy like Alex Tuck, how many goals did he have last year? 30 goals in Buffalo.
Yeah.
So what? He just became a $10 million player.
Probably.
So a $5 million player just became a $10 million player because this signing, because the cap is going up and it's a percentage of the cap. Yes, I get it.
Yeah, but
But
let's
nevertheless,
put one thing into perspective when we're thinking
Yeah.
about these numbers, because this is just a reality that all the numbers are going up and the cap's going up and everything else.
Yes.
Let's just put one thing in perspective. Christian Dvorak got $5.5 million.
We said that last week. We said that last week.
Christian Dvorak isn't worth $5.
We said that. We said that last week, Mike. I know.
Oh, well, guys, come on. He wasn't the worst. He wasn't the worst.
He's not a $5 million player.
He's not a first or second line.
Yeah, and he ain't no fucking five. Well, listen. You know what? What do I know? He's not a $5 million player. Really? Really? Mike, really? Is he not? Is he not now?
In the new NHL, he is because
now he fits right in, man.
Because $5 million means nothing.
Yeah, $5 million is like a fucking cavone in the side now.
The most interesting contract that was signed has to be the Jonathan Taves one. $2 million, 1 year, $5 million in bonuses.
Well, yeah, that's because it's going to be
that could be the new way.
Well, but that's all filled with incentives and whatever. That's a different story. The guy hasn't played hockey in 3 years. Dude, he was in the woods in fucking India somewhere.
You know how we were talking about how people are getting paid for what if instead of what have you done?
Yeah, but what if at 38 years old is not Kaprizov at whatever he is, 20,
100%.
whatever.
But I'm saying these newer guys, why not? Okay, we'll sign you at a multiple year deal. You could reach up to $13 million or $17 million, but we're going to do it in performance bonus.
If, but not many guys are going to sign that. Because first of all, the Players Association will jump all over you and say, "What are you doing? You're stupid or what?" You know what I mean?
But to be honest,
you're in your prime. You're not signing if. No, if you're 35, 36, 38, 40 years old, if I play 35 games, I get this. If I play, look at Max Pacioretty last year, who we're going to get to because he just retired. But really if I play 40 games, if I play 15 playoff games, if I score 20, whatever, I'm just talking out of my ass. I get it. Those are all incentive contracts. I get it at a certain age. But if you're Kirill Kaprizov, you're in your prime. I'm telling you, I guarantee you, the 31 other fucking GMs right now, they're on the phone with each other saying, "What the fuck just happened?"
Well, Winnipeg's gonna be scared, dude. There's Perfetti and Connor that are.
Perfetti already last year. There was a bit of a.
That's what I mean.
They won't keep both.
And Winnipeg, you can't afford that in Winnipeg, Mike.
Yeah.
There's no way they can afford that in Winnipeg.
But
there's no way. There's no way.
I want to just say one thing because I don't want to jump back out to football again, but in terms of the incentive contracts we were just talking about, people don't know. A lot of people don't know this. That Tom Brady always did that.
Of course,
even in his young years, Tom Brady would take a $2 million contract and have like $20 million in bonuses every year.
Okay,
and so look, he was the best of all time. So and he did that in his prime years. So it incentivized him to be amazing. Right?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
So there is some merit to it because it's something that's been done before. It's just another sport.
If I was, in charge of the league, whatever, I would want that obviously because it helps, the owners and whatever. Yes, of course. But it doesn't happen like that in sports. They used to do that in soccer too. If you do this, if you do that, and then it gets all crooked off. If I make it to the national team, then there's a guy in the national team calling the shots who doesn't choose you on purpose because you're buddy with the owner, and the owner's like, well, if you choose him, I got to give him an extra $10 million. I'll give you 2, don't choose him. You know what I mean? Like it always gets stupid, whatever. But I'm just saying, as far as player, how good he is, and again, I'm not shitting on Kirill Kaprizov. He's a great hockey player. He is not, nor will he ever be, Connor McDavid. He is not Nathan McKinnon. He is not Cale Makar.
But he never claimed to.
He's not even fucking Mitch Marner.
He signed Kaprizov money.
No.
McDavid will sign his money. Don't worry.
No, he just signed Connor McDavid money is what he just did.
Next year, we're going to be talking about a whole new standard because this is
the standard's changing.
And again, I'm telling you, these guys must be fucking breakdancing all the way to the bank. And again, I'm going to repeat myself again. A 30 goal scorer now, what's he getting?
Yeah, but here's the thing. We also have to look at it like annual, I don't want to like quote unquote inflation and annual like years. Like for instance, Cale Makar has his contract, right?
Yeah.
Now, it's very likely that Lane Hudson is going to sign an equivalent contract to him. Now, people are going to sit there and say, does that mean he's better than Cale Makar? And the answer is no. But it means that he signed a contract 3 or 4 years later.
Yes, later. It's according to. Yes, I understand that, Mike.
And I think that the Kaprizov thing, if Kaprizov would have signed a contract 5 years ago, it wouldn't have been $17 million.
Obviously not. No, I understand that, Mike. I understand that. I'm going like, point because, when you're in the room negotiating this stuff, You're talking point wise. You're talking time on ice. You're
Yeah.
talking, everything that you do well.
He is Minnesota.
Yeah,
He is
Yeah.
Minnesota.
yeah. He's
There's
there.
no arguments that they could have said that we're going to be better without you. There's not
no,
happening.
No, you're right. He is their franchise. He is, and I guess they were scared to lose him because if he walks out for nothing,
But
then
that's it.
you're screwed.
If he would have been like, you know what, this is what I'm settling for. If you don't settle it, well, guess what? Trade me. And guess what? Because they know I want to leave, you're getting nothing.
And he had a no trade, if I'm not mistaken. He was only going to New York or Chicago.
Chicago. I saw.
Right? Did he have a no trade?
Yeah, but
Did he have a no trade before? I know he has one now.
Chicago to me seemed like the most likely destination for him. So, but
I just look, like I said, if I'm a 20-goal scorer now, I'm fucking breakdancing all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No movement clause.
Well,
He did have a no movement clause. There you go.
Well, talking about Connor McDavid though, because we're talking about that, like, let's talk about the new vacant job in Florida.
Yes. Well, Yanni mentioned it 2 seconds ago. So it looks like Sasha Barkov is gone, right? We're jumping here, but it looks like he's gone. He's gone for the season. Busted his leg, his knee.
Supposed to be back for the playoffs, so that's what they're saying.
You know what, guys? If they pull this shit again, man,
it's the last year where they can do it.
Yeah, they have till September 26th next
Connor, where are you?
No.
I would love it. He goes, wins the cup.
It's a rental. I can see
he will never go.
Dude, he wins the cup in Florida and goes back to Edmonton.
To the enemy, that would never. That's not Connor McDavid. No way, guys.
Dude,
no way.
There is no such thing as enemies anymore.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is.
Dude, as a trade,
they're all buddies.
Let me tell you.
So
something.
you think
he could sit? He could. Now I'm not saying you will, but he could sit down with Stan Bowman and say, "Get assets for me. I'll go grab my cup, and I'll sign back here July 1st."
Okay, is that Connor McDavid to you? Everything we know about Connor. Look, I don't know the guy. Everything we know about him through the media and through everything.
I think he doesn't want to end up being Joe Thornton without a cup.
Okay, so you think he's going to be happy winning a cup in fucking Utah?
Yeah.
You think he'll be happy winning?
Florida.
No. I'm just talking. I know you said Florida. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Cup is a cup.
Ask Brad Marchand if he would have rather won that cup last last year, with the Boston Bruins, with Bergie, with Chara, with Pasternak.
Obviously.
Ask him. I understand a cup is a cup. Yeah, maybe.
But hang on. But he won his cup in Florida, right?
And then signed.
And then re-signed.
Yeah.
He could have went back to
Story.
Boston.
That's a different story. They didn't want to give him the term. Yes, I understand that. I'm saying ask him inside if he would have rather lifted that cup with.
Maybe one day we will. We will ask him.
Listen, I don't know. Being an athlete, or I was before, there's no way I would have fucking went to the enemy. No way. No way in hell.
Ray Bork did it.
Bro,
I haven't played in 25 years. I still see guys every once in a while in malls or whatever, even coming to my shows that I used to play soccer against, and I still want to fucking kick him in the head. You know what I mean?
Ray Bork did it.
Ray Bork played, they lost, and he played a season with them the year after and won. That's different. You actually, but you actually contributed to the cup, though, Mike.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Well, you think Connor wouldn't contribute? Of course.
Yes, I'm saying I understand that, but I'm saying the enemy to the guys that you lost 3 years in a row to.
Hey man, can't beat them, join them.
It's Corey Perry and Marian Hossa made a career out of that.
Yeah. But we're talking Corey Perry, who had a cup already.
And Marian Hossa,
rookie year.
Marian Hossa from Detroit to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, no, I understand. Look, Maroon did the same thing, right? Didn't he win 3 in a row, Maroon?
Yeah.
Right? Didn't he win 3 in a row?
And
I don't know, man. I look. Anything can happen. Obviously, I don't see McDavid going to the fucking enemy. You're
I don't know,
crazy.
man. In the chat, Gabby goes, Yanni, you called it. It's lining up.
He's in the chat now. Yeah. You know what? Listen,
I see it, man.
I don't see Austin Matthews fucking coming to Montreal and winning a cup. You know what I mean?
Happening.
As a fucking Oilers fan,
you don't want 69 goals.
We don't want him.
As an Oilers fan, it eats me up.
Yeah. If he was Austin Mathieu, would you take him?
We'll take him. We'll take him.
Sorry, Mike. What?
As an Oilers fan, it eats me up. But I gotta tell you, I can see it. And
anything.
As soon as I heard the Barkov thing, I was like, "Oh, here we go.
Here I go again." No, yeah, dude. And
then can you imagine the playoffs roll around and Barkov's ready to go? Now you've got that team plus Connor McDavid.
It's a guarantee win.
It's just the other team should just go home at that point.
But isn't Matthew Tkachuk busted also?
Yeah.
Isn't he like coming in like in 3 months?
I think Christmas time.
Yeah. All they got.
So he's gone. Barkov is gone. They're going to be fighting for a playoff spot.
All they got to do is get to the playoffs. And
but will they get there?
That team, It'll be ridiculous.
Will they get there?
They
Yeah,
got
will.
Reinhardt,
Reinhardt, Marchand,
Bennett.
Bennett. Yeah,
No,
but
dude, they have guys.
they just have to get.
Ekblad,
Yeah, they just have to
Bobrovsky.
get there.
Team's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, you're right, Mike. They just have to get there. I mean,
You
okay,
know,
look,
let's
guys.
look at that roster. Hold on.
Yeah, really.
Like
Okay,
the
you
team
wanna-
is
you wanna
like it's an
continue?
all-star team. If they had Connor McDavid, it'll be like the strongest
I
team
don't-
I've seen in
that-
like
that's not
40
happening.
years.
So
That's not.
you got Barkov and Kachuk on IR. You got
Yeah.
Reinhardt, Bennett, Verhaeghe,
Yeah, that's what we
Marchand,
said, yeah.
Lundell, Rodriguez on things like third or fourth line.
Yeah. Look, they're gonna get there. They just have to get there. They just have to get to the dance, and then you pick a chick to
And
dance
then
with.
on defense, dude,
No, I
forget
know.
it. You still got Seth Jones. You still got Ekblad. Ugh, forget it.
But
Guys,
I gotta,
yeah, go ahead.
Not to suggest collusion, but like if I'm McDavid and I want Edmonton to win, right?
Yeah.
I want Edmonton to win. I want to win with them. I could be the way that they get assets for the team, and then I come back. You know what I mean? I
the
could
hero,
be,
bro.
I
You're
could
the
be the
hero.
guy to rebuild the team myself by going there and.
So you
coming back,
say, trade me, get all your
some assets,
assets,
and I'll be back.
But
in
okay,
July.
hold on. Do you think the team he goes to is gonna give them all those assets without him signing there? No way. No way.
If they
I
think it
don't know.
guarantees them a cup. In Florida, let's put it this way: if you're Bill Zito and Stan Bowman says you can have Connor McDavid, you're going to be like, I have a Stanley Cup.
Okay, let's do it.
I got a
Okay.
Stanley Cup.
Okay,
You know what I
and
mean?
what do you want in return?
A bunch of young
That's-
assets, not veterans, young assets.
Yeah.
You don't have any, but whatever. They have a couple.
That's what you get.
I don't know. I don't
No,
see it. I
They have
don't.
that Stanika kids. That Jack
Studnicka, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not whatever his name is. I don't see that. Nah, man. Going to the enemy, there's no.
And I can definitely
fucking
think that they
way.
could get a goalie out of that freaking goalie system they have there.
Well, yeah, dude, you could get a goalie for a fucking hot dog.
Bro, I think they'll trade
You
him
guys
to
right now.
Luongo.
Listen, we just signed. You know what? Speaking of goalies, let's segue to another signing in Toronto. Stolarz, guys, 4 years, 3.75. I think
It's a good
that's
contract.
such a great contract. The guy's 31 years old. We'll have him till he's 35 at 3.75. A shit cap hit, which is fucking beautiful. Which again, I'm gonna say it because that whiner that just went to Vegas. Oh, but nobody wants to play here because it's so tough to play here, and everybody, you know what? Shut the fuck up, you baby bastard. Get out of here. This guy, there is people that want to play in fucking Toronto. There is.
Bro, I
there
can't
is.
wait for this guy to
So,
like.
I got two
Score
questions
a
for you.
beauty.
Score a goal, though he's gonna get cracked here.
I got two
I
questions.
can't wait
for
till he
you,
comes to
Memo.
Toronto. Yeah, shoot.
Two questions about Stolarz.
Yeah.
Number one.
He's gonna get her tomorrow. Yes, I know.
Oh, no, I'm asking you. Do you think
Yeah.
he can stay healthy?
No.
Okay.
Anything else you want to ask?
Well, then the second question becomes negative. But
What? Which hospital is gonna be at?
yeah,
St.
no.
Mary's.
Do you think that if he did stay healthy, do
Yeah.
you think he could actually start 60 games?
No.
Because Wall's
No.
nowhere to be found, and they
Dude, if Wall was ready to come back at any time, there is no way they would have signed Reimer to a PTO. Who you fooling? Who you
So-
fooling?
but-
The
so
guy
you
already has his
actu-
contract on his kitchen table going, dun, 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 dun.
Are you
He's
actually
dancing.
ready to give Jeff Reimer 40 games?
James Reimer.
James Reimer?
James
No.
Reimer, sorry, 40 games.
No,
Are you-
no. So I think Stolarz has to hit 45, 50. And whoever's there, Reimer or Hildeby, whatever.
You think he
Have
could
to
do
split.
50?
Do I think he can do it? Listen, he did
That's a
34.
lot,
he did
man.
34 last year, and then he got hurt. So he would have hit 50. Yeah, I think no, dude, 50 is not 60. He could
Yeah.
do. I think he could do 50 if he stays healthy. Look in the preseason. No, was it last week? Who was it? Somebody ran right into him, and I'm like, here we go, call an ambulance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he got up. Whatever.
Nothing is better than the Mrazek.
No, Mrazek got hurt while he was
That one-
fucking putting on his pants.
I'm never gonna forget that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so 3.75 to me, Tree Living, you're a fucking genius.
Great
Yeah,
deal.
he's
You're
very
a
well-
genius.
deal.
You're
Very
a
well
genius.
done.
You're a genius. That's I think that solidifies the net in the back. All I want for the Leafs this year is to make it, obviously, to get in, because I believe in my heart they're going to be a tougher out. They're going to be a tougher out this year. We might get bounced again in the first round again, but I think it's going to be a little bit tougher. You know what I mean?
Well, what do you make of the Kuzi rumors?
I'd love to have. You know what I feel about Kuzi.
Yeah.
I love that fucking
La
Koki.
Farina.
I
Apparently-
love Koki.
apparently
I
they're-
love him. Woo! I love
Apparently
him.
they're
Doing
they're
his bird.
chasing. Apparently they're chasing him.
And Montreal is too.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently him and Demidov played together in Russia. Did they
Yeah,
not?
they did. They
Yeah,
were teammates.
They weren't they teammates? Yeah. Dude, I love
On the
Kuzi.
same
I always
line.
did. I know he's a bit of a He's a character, but you know what? I love characters. What am I going to tell you? I'd rather have that in the league than guys that just always say what they have to because the program guy just wrote everything out for you. Get out of here. I don't like that. Anyway, so good signing for Stolarz, guys. You agree?
I agree.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, time will tell, obviously, but
it looks.
Of course.
It's such a
looks
minimal.
like a good one.
It's such a minimal cap.
No risk.
Whatever.
No,
like a
exactly.
no-risk
Who gives a
cap.
shit?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's perfect. Guys, before we go, there's a touchy subject that I read something on yesterday and a couple days before. I don't know if you guys remember, but last week during a preseason game, Uri Slavkovsky got cut with a skate in the face. And I think it was, what's his face? His ex-teammate in Philly. You just mentioned him before, Mike. Dvorak hit him in the face, okay? He got cut, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So again, this opens up the big debate and all these people watching hockey and, all the Don Cherry haters and whatever, they all say, oh, well, they should wear a mask and they should wear a covered face and to for the safety of this and the safety. And the players again came out and said, my life, my choice. It's like we're talking about abortion or something. I don't know. Okay. Where do you guys stand on that?
Leave it alone.
Let's make hockey great again.
We're adults. You're adults. You take the risks you take. What do you want me to say? Like
that's where you stand.
That's like telling a boxer he has to wear headgear.
Well, they did that at one point. That we had a certain age, whatever. Yeah, they did.
No,
the amateurs all wear the headgear now.
Yeah, I know, but if you look at could you imagine Mike Tyson wearing headgear?
No.
Could you imagine Tyson Fury wearing headgear? Or come on.
No.
So,
I'll tell you something. Evander Holyfield would have kept his ear, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's another discussion. But just to say, it's just more of that nanny bullshit. Just know what? You're a professional athlete. There's risks.
You're taking it. Look what we just talked about Tyreek Hill. Yanni, what do you think? Where do you stand on this? Should they wear masks? Should they wear the neck protectors? Now, apparently, the underneath they're going to be mandatory, right? The anti-cut socks and underwear and whatever.
I think the way technology has advanced with these anti-cut suits,
everything, suits,
they wear. Like I know Josh Anderson was wearing it, and it saved him a fucking major injury.
Yeah. Liney wears one too.
Yeah. I think you don't even feel it at this point. They've made them so well.
What about the cage? What about the mask?
Cage is a little bit too much. I think you're a professional athlete. You should have a say.
Is it because you want people in the stands to recognize them?
No, you see the big ass.
Because you still see the number, right? So nobody cares.
Shit.
Because when I watch World Juniors, they all wear the cage, or at least the half grill, or whatever, the half cage.
I don't know.
And you still know,
there's other sports where they're not wearing any goddamn equipment.
Yeah, okay, but those are baseball. Like, when's the last time you got a body check in baseball?
Doesn't matter. You take the bolt to the head. Fuck.
No, I understand that, but look, it's safe to say that it's way tougher in hockey and football, right? I mean,
100%.
Fucking baseball. I mean, give me a break.
But I don't know. I think the cage is a little bit too much.
It's too much.
Yeah,
Mike, you agree with that?
Fuck, you're not facing the puck.
That's little league, man. I mean, that's stuff that just it's silly.
Look, I'll tell you something. As a former player, I mean, I didn't play professional. I played high levels, but Mike, even now when I play my beer leagues, I still don't wear upper gear. Like I wear nothing. No chest protector, no elbow pads, no neck protector, no visor. I don't, because
goes out with his Joe helmet.
Yeah, and I'm fucking pretty stupid. But you know what I mean? Like, but as far as comfort goes, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. And I understand the people watching because they're their kids are playing or whatever. But I totally agree. If you're a pro and you're making millions of dollars, you want to be comfortable first, right? You wanna do the best that you can for your team, and comfort is a lot. Comfort is a lot, man.
Look, they already mandated the visors, right? So I mean,
they were grandfathered in because there's still guys like Jamie Benn and Revo. They don't wear it.
It's the end.
Yeah, that's the end of it. Yeah, Jamie Benn and Revo. Anybody else?
I mean, I think the visors is enough. Like, if you want to wear a neck protector, wear one.
I think that's the one that they're going to bring in. The neck protector. I think that neck protector is the one they're going to bring in.
Personally, I think
it's fucking dangerous,
shit
man.
Could happen, guys. The skates, I don't know if you've realized, they go up a lot more nowadays. Kids are skating real quick.
Yeah.
They get hit in the boards. The legs go up.
They're a lot quicker.
It could happen.
Than when I played, man. To get a fucking leg up near my neck. And you know what? In my day, Mike, there was a kid I used to play with, against in the Saint Michel area, and he passed away. And I remember that they stopped hockey for a while, for a week or so. They demanded that we all got neck protectors, and then hockey started again
So-
a couple weeks later. And you remember the Clint Malarchuk stuff?
Yeah,
You guys are too young. Yeah, you don't remember it.
I remember it.
Dude, that was so fucking scary.
And Richard Zednik and all that stuff.
Zednik, it happened to Zednik too. Donald Odette on the wrist. Remember Donald Odette? He got sliced in his wrist.
Didn't happen to Alex Tanguay too. Yeah, I think so.
I don't remember Alex Tanguay. Look, it could. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of guys, right?
So
Yeah.
Ryan O'Reilly,
O'Reilly, Revo,
Ryan Reeves,
yeah,
Jamie Benn, Zach Bogosian.
and Bogosian. That's right.
Those
That's
are
it.
the 4 players with
That's
no
it.
visors.
That's it. And then grandfathered in, and that's it. Whatever.
Yeah, it's the last of
The last of the Mohicans, as we say,
pretty
right?
much.
Anyway, guys, hey, thank you. This was short and sweet, and I hope Kaprizov fucking is gonna
Bro,
be at
he's
the.
gonna buy his new yacht tomorrow.
Dude, he can
don't
buy
worry.
whatever the fuck he wants now.
Yeah.
Dude, he's-
Here's one thing to think about. At
Yeah.
the moment, until
Yeah.
Connor signs, okay?
yeah.
Until Connor's wherever he signs.
Mhm.
At the moment, Kirill Kaprizov is not only the highest he's the highest paid player in history
Yeah.
of the NHL.
of all time.
Yeah.
Ever.
You know.
That's insane.
Yeah.
We are
yeah.
witnessing history once again.
Guys, look, again, we're gonna end it with this. There's no way in fucking hell I would have given them that money. No way. So, buddy, you know what? You want to walk. But
They're
17
crazy.
million plus apparently they have another 20 available. That makes me 30 whatever 7 million. I would have fucking
Hey,
dangled it
could've
to
went
anybody.
higher.
I would have talked to Eichel. Hey bud, you want your 17 million? Come here. At least you won a cup. You scored more, you scored more than him.
Kid's
Whatever.
good, man.
He's good. He's not $17 million good.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
know.
And he's a winger.
Okay, look, surround him. Give him a Leon Draisaitl. I think he could do a lot.
Surround him. Really?
He has nothing, man.
So now who's
Who
gonna be
does he
the
have with
next
him?
core 4?
But hold on, who does he have with him?
Where? Who are you talking about?
Kaprizov.
In
Name me like
nothing. Spurgeon. That's it. That's,
Spurgeon. He has Eriksson Ek.
yeah.
On a call.
No, that's it. Nothing. That's all. Anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. So, all right, guys. So listen. I want to say thanks again. Thank you for tonight. Very,
Yeah.
very, very, very well done. 7 days, guys. Next Wednesday night, we're gonna be doing the show while the game is on. Habs and Leafs. We're
Yeah.
gonna be doing it here. Passy's gonna come over, and we're gonna, maybe we'll set up in the living room with
Do
there.
a little round table.
Yeah, we'll do a little round table and have everybody come in and fucking eat hot dogs like we always do, and and have a good time. Okay, you guys good with
Maybe
that?
I'll eat the hat.
Yeah, maybe I'll eat the hat live. Yeah,
What time?
Yeah.
For
It's
Drouin.
Okay. Long
Yeah.
time. Yeah, fuck. Guys,
Is he still playing?
Yes, he's with the Islanders.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
still there.
Guys, thank you so much. I want to say thanks again to our sponsors, our premier sponsors over at Red One, 2069 Chartier in Dorval, 514-225-2226. You tell them Puck Nation sent you, and they will help you out with all your musical needs, all your podcast needs, all your DJ needs. Go see them and see Sergio, Tommy, and James. They'll help you out with everything. Boys, gentlemen, have a good one. And
Yes,
to all
sir.
you guys, like I said before, subscribe. That helps us enormously. Subscribe and send us your love, man. We'll see you again next week.
Have a good one,
Ciao.
boys. Ciao.